Need for guidance. By providing proper guidance, the educated unemployed youth can be helped to identify work situations suited to their potentialities. Guidance services can help the educational authorities by developing a curriculum according to the needs and abilities of the students. Through guidance, the right persons can be identified for specified jobs. Due to change in society, there is an increased number of conflicts within the family, and adolescents are passing through stressful situations, which results in growing frustrations. As the life patterns is changing fast and becoming complex, there are increased demands of society on parents, which has reduced the personal contact between the parents and children. Through guidance, students can be helped to selected select courses according to their abilities, interests, and aptitudes. The need of the need for guidance for students has become necessary to enable them to select the right path. Guidance is also needed for the overall personality development of individuals. Our country has certain problems areas where guidance is needed. These areas are caste problems, new economic policies, and problems of retired persons. With the change in the traditional image of women, guidance is needed to create a balance in the family structure. Purpose of guidance. What is the purpose of guidance? Guidance is to help one to adjust to the abilities, interests, and need of society. The purpose of guidance at the elementary school level is focused on assisting pupils to integrate such primary groups forces as the home, the school, religion, and the peer relationships. At the secondary school guidance services focus on assistance given to the students to develop themselves according to their potentialities and opportunities in the areas of educational planning, career choice, interpersonal relationships, and interpersonal acceptance. Okay. Now, importance of guidance. Importance of guidance for the students are: first, help them understand themselves by knowing more about their abilities, aptitudes, interests, and limitations. Second, get along better with other people and understand the world in which they live. Third, get the most out of your school by gaining information regarding career, subjects, etc. Fourth, explore their own interests, abilities, learn about various aspects of the world of work, and learn to make the most of their abilities. 5. Recognizing gifted and slow learners and students having special needs and helping them to develop a proper attitude. Okay. Importance of guidance for the teachers. Guidance offers opportunities to increase teachers' understanding of their students through in-service education programs carried on by the guidance person. Second, knowledge about students' physical condition, medical history, family background, scholastic record, scores on standardized tests, personal characteristics, etc. helps the teacher to provide better instructions to the students. Importance of guidance for the parents, school, and community. The teacher can provide a picture of the child's abilities, interests, and potentialities to the parents so that they know, understand, and accept the child as he or she is. Second, assist the local community population towards better mental health. Help the entire school in many ways. Example, by aiding students in their choice of courses by counseling on the basis of their interests and aptitudes. Fourth importance, give administration information on those aspects of the school program which relate to the educational career and personality development of the students. Scope of guidance: academic achievement and progresses, personal development, personal social relations, retention of the individual to educational and vocational requirements. Okay. Principles of guidance. The principle of guidance are: guidance is a lifelong process. Guidance lays emphasis on individualization. Guidance gives importance to self direction. Guidance is based on cooperation. Guidance is for all. Guidance is an organized activity. Guidance workers need special preparation. Guidance gives respect to individual differences. Guidance is flexible. Guidance is an interrelated activity. Guidance emphasizes on code of ethics. Types of guidance: first, educational guidance; second, vocational or career guidance; third, personal social guidance. Educational guidance: it is a process of helping the individual to place him or herself continually in the most favorable setting or environment for his or her education. Vocational career guidance: it is the process of assisting the individual to choose an occupation career, prepares for it, enters upon it, and progress in it. Personal social guidance: this includes social, emotional, and leisure time guidance. It concerns the problems of health, emotional adjustments, social adjustment, etc. What is counseling? Counseling refers to professional services provided to an individual who is facing a problem and needs help to overcome the problem. Counseling is considered to be an integral and central part of guidance. The process of counseling helps an individual find a solution to a problem and also help in overall development of an individual. Counseling is a process that involves two peoples. First, one is the counselor who offers counseling services, and second, the other is the person wanting help or counseling. According to Willie and Andrew, counseling involves two individuals, one seeking help and other are professionally trained. Person helped to solve problems to orient and direct him towards a goal. According to Arbuckle, counseling is helping a person to come to see who is really is, what he has and does not have, what he can do easily, what he can do with difficulty, and what he cannot do at all. It is a close sharing of a human relationship with one who has for him a high regard, one who can offer him unconditional acceptance, but one who has no guarantees, no answer. According to Serger and Stone, counseling is an interaction process which facilitates meaningful understanding of self, environment, and result in the establishment and or clarification of goals and values for future behavior. Thus, counseling has emerged as a two-way process that involves two individuals and mutual cooperation between them. Counseling enables an individual to gain self-understanding and develop self-acceptance. In this sense, the aim of counseling is the same as guidance. Counseling also helps an individual adjust to his environment and conditions and lead a happier life. Principles of counseling. Counseling is based on a number of principles. These principles are: counseling is a process. Second, counseling is for all. Counseling is not advice giving. Counseling is not thinking for the client but thinking with the client. Counseling is not problem solving. Counseling is not interviewing but conversing with the client in order to help him or her develop self understanding. The counselor should determine individual differences and provide for them. The counselor has to prepare the client to open to criticism, including self criticism. The counselor acts as a facilitator only. Purpose of counseling. Some of the major purposes of counseling generally accepted by counselors are given below: achievement of positive mental health, problem resolution, counseling for decision making, improving personal effectiveness, helping to change, behavior modification. The major approaches to counseling. There are three major approaches to counseling. First, the directive approach. Second, non-directive approach. Third, eclectic approach. Counseling process. The process of counseling passes through certain stages which can be broadly classified as follows: initial stage, middle stage, final stage. In initial stage, client self-exploration, first interview, initial counseling sessions. Middle stage, deeper exploration and analysis. Final stage, implementation of goals through action and termination. Counselors, career masters, and teachers as guidance personnel. Guidance personnel includes counselor, career master, teachers, principal or headmaster, social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, and doctor, etc. In addition to these, parents in the community also play a significant role in providing guidance to the children. Counselor. Basically, a counselor is a trained professional accepted to carry out guidance functions in the school. A counselor functions systematically after carefully involving a school guidance program by pulling the physical and other resources available and ensuring cooperation from the administrative authorities. Functions of a counselor: orientation of students, student appraisal, educational and occupational information service, holding counseling interviews, placement, research and evaluation. Specifically, the counselor should be knowledgeable in the following. First, student appraisal procedures. Second, educational and occupational information. Third, counseling methods and procedures. Fourth, referral procedures and skills in recognizing the need for referral. 5. Group guidance procedures. 6. Methods and procedures in conducting local research studies in the area of student needs and opportunity. Role and responsibility of a counselor. A counselor is needed in helping students plan for the future, solve their problems, develop healthy attitudes, prepare the students for life. The counselor should be a teacher of teachers. He or she is responsible for the operation of the school guidance program. He should help the teachers plan and develop good guidance practices in the classroom. The counselor should possess high competency with a wide and varied background of experiences. He should have a full understanding of children. The counselor has a responsibility in the community. He should talk with civic groups and explain the aims, problems, and features of the guidance program. The counselor acts as the facilitator of a career development program. Career master. Now we are going to know about career master. Next, the counselor in the guidance program, it is the career master. Nowadays, this term is also replaced by the word career teacher. A regular teacher of the school who offers information service or educational and career services is designated as a career master or teacher. This person is a trained graduate teacher who has received special training to equip him for this work. Roles and responsibilities of career master: formation of a guidance committee, setting up an information corner in the school, orientation talks to new entrants, preparation of new albums and bulletins, maintenance of cumulative records, and individual sessions with the students as and when necessary. Now, what is teacher? Okay, so we are going to know about teacher. Guidance is an integral part of the teaching and learning processes, with the possible exception of the child's parents. No other person has a greater influence on the personality development of the child than the classroom teacher. Role, responsibilities, and duties of the teacher in school guidance program. First, identification of needs and problems of students. First of all, identification of needs. Okay, setting up and maintenance of the career information centers in the school. creating a harmonious and sound classroom environment for the student. Support and create a motivating environment for the school guidance program. Creating a positive attitude among the students, parents, and all others concerned about the school guidance program. And next, building self-esteem and competence. Individualizing instructions, guiding daily learning, sharing educational goals with students, discussing common problems, and following up student needs. Need-based minimum guidance program in school. The systematic guidance program in schools calls for a full-time counselor, infrastructure, materials, and sufficient budget. In the absence of these, the need-based minimum guidance program could be organized in schools. The career master or teacher could take up these programs with in-service training and guidance. Organization of minimum guidance activities in schools. The following steps are involved in the organization of minimum guidance activities in schools. First, formation of the guidance committee, meeting of the guidance committee, group guidance activities of the different types like class talks, career conferences, career exhibitions, career visits, career fair, career corner and its maintenance. Types of counseling. First, individual counseling. Second, group counseling. Third, peer counseling. 4, multicultural counseling. 5, crisis counseling. 6, family counseling. 7, career counseling. 8, counseling for prevention of substance abuse. Counseling in school. Individual counseling. Individual counseling is a personalized process in which the client or student and the counselor are in a one-to-one, face-to-face relationship working towards exploring and focusing on the various needs of the client. The counseling process is meant to help the students in exploring feelings, beliefs, understanding the self, examining possibilities, and initiating change for a positive result. Dryden, 1984, has pointed out many benefits of individual counseling for the clients. Individual counseling provides complete confidentiality. Individual counseling provides an opportunity to develop a closer relationship between counselor and client. Individual counseling can be conducted to match the client pace of learning. Individual counseling is helpful for clients who wish to differentiate themselves from others. Individual counseling is helpful for clients who want to explore whether or not they should differentiate themselves from others. Dryden has also pointed out some issues involved in individual counseling and some disadvantages too. In individual counseling, the client may become over-dependent on the counselor and higher over dependent on the counselor and hinder the healing process. Close proximity interactions may be treating to some clients. Individual counseling situations may not provide enough challenges for a change to clients. Clients who are shy, retiring, and afraid to take risks may benefit more from group counseling. Now we are talk about group counseling. In group counseling, individuals explore and analyze their problems together so that they may understand them better, learn to cope with them, and learn to make valid choices and decisions. The group experiences help them to feel closer to others, to find and give emotional support, and to understand and accept themselves and others. Group counseling has all three dimensions of individual counseling: remedial, preventive, developmental. However, in the school situation, the emphasis is given to preventive and developmental. Advantages of group counseling. It is economical in many ways. In group counseling, a large number of individuals are helped at the same time by a counselor. It helps individuals to socialize their attitudes, habits, and judgments. The group helps the individual appraise his values and come to an increased appreciation of the importance of good human relations in his value system. Some individuals who cannot be reached through individual counseling can be reached through group counseling. In a group counseling situations, feeling of depression, isolation is reduced and talking made easily. Apart from these, group counseling gives the counselor an opportunity to study persons in an initial group setting. Disadvantages of group counseling. Group counseling is not suitable for all individuals. Some individuals find the group situation too threatening. Some individuals have a very low level of tolerance and will not be able to adopt their behavior to the demands of the groups. Very personal and private problems cannot be discussed in the group situation. The counselor has less control over the situation in group counseling. Peer counseling. As in counseling, peer counseling is a helping relationship and process. In peer counseling, two peoples or a group of peoples are in a helping relationship. Peer counseling is employed in situations where people have a number of things in common. The basis for peer counseling is that most people seek the help of their friends when they face challenging life situations for making important decisions, etc. In school settings, peer counseling means one student counseling another students or a group of students. Peer counseling gains importance as many schools do not have a regular full-time trained professional counselors. Benefits of peer counseling. First, it is economical as the peer counselors are drawn from the student population. Second, peer counseling is easily available. Third, peer counseling enhances the school counseling problem. Fourth, peer counseling brings more students to the fold of counseling programs. Fifth, peer counselors bridge the gap between the students and the professional counselor. Functions of peer counselor. Supporting in academic activities, inducting newcomers, helping in resolving conflicts, helping in preventing absenteeism and dropouts, setting up a peer counseling program, conducting a near assessment survey, defining the goals, selecting peer counselors, training peer counselors, defining the roles of the partners, enlisting the support of the school administration. Multicultural counseling. Teachers and students may not come from the same background. There exist differences in the student community too. Therefore, multicultural counseling gains importance in the school counseling program. In multicultural counseling, a counselor needs to acquire and demonstrate additional multicultural competencies. Multicultural counseling involves gaining knowledge about the culture of the client or students, understanding the process of socialization in their culture, and understanding the complex process through which they construct gender role identity, values, attitudes, and worldviews. Crisis counseling. A crisis situation may occur in an individual's life due to the death of a loved one, debilitating injury, illness, physical violence, sexual abuse, natural disasters, war, militancy, civil strife, and such other events. Children may also experience crises in their life when faced with such events. These events are intense and stressful and severely affect their ability to cope. भागो यहाँ से ना, भागो, हल्ला मत करो। हम ऐसे ही मम्मी